I'm not like what celebrities or like famous people are like doing when like someone is like talking and in an interview and such nowadays because so no, I'm gonna really focus on Candace Owens for a sec. So Candace Owens, she like right, right lady. She knows what she's talking about. She like speaks politically on like stuff, and she like definitely knows what she's talking about. She's like not some clueless person like Cardi B, and she's done interviews like yeah. So whenever you see an interview like with somebody, like you obviously like you see like the person who are like interviewing a guest, you need to be respectful to the guest. So the interviewer has time to talk. So the guest can answer questions and talk about whatever they're talking about, and no one is interrupting the other, and that is what should be going on. But especially with stuff like Black Lives Matter and such, like I have seen so many people who are being freaking rude. And I am not afraid to name drop some people. So Candace Owens, she was like invited on like to speak on Capitol Hill. It's probably, I'm guessing, Seattle maybe. And last year, and she was like it was like basically like white people like basically like trying to like make her look bad, and basically like saying like they keep most likely Democrats, but they kept bringing about them like how like people are like race victims and such, and Candace Owens shot back at them for like the wider people like keep talking about the same stuff they every 4 years, and then she basically like shot back at, then why are you like expecting us to like act like a certain way that you expect everything is to be, and she got back at them, and oof, yeah. Of course, Cardi B, she had a fight with Cardi B this year. That happened, but I explained that in another video, so that's happened. But also the same year, like last year, if you don't know who Sean Diddy Combs is, Puff Diddy. Like guy who with a Diddy Dirty Money, that stuff, made those songs. Owner of Revolt TV and Bad Boy Records, that guy. So he invited several guests, including Candace Owens. So T.I. was there. Killer Mike was there. So basically there was like footage of like so Candace Owens just like talking about like about the problems of how why there's like families where like they're like no, they have like it's like only like the mother like raising the kids, and then there's no, they live fatherless, and they live in poverty, and why, what are the problems with it, all this kind of stuff. And then Ti, he kept interrupting her, and he kept using the race card and like the victimization, like acting like oh, we are all black people are like victims of like race and segregation, that kind of stuff. He kept bringing that stuff up and again, and then even though Candace Owens told like the people need to do better and stuff, and like and other stuff, people kept trying to interrupt Candace and kill her. So first Diddy had to like come in, like, come on, we invited her, so let her talk. And then the same thing happened again, and people kept interrupting her because she was like talking about like how fatherless like families and low income and all the disadvantages like people like black family, usually black family neighborhoods are having because they are like not making the right decisions and such, and then Killer Mike noticing how like people like keep interrupting Candace. He had to like jump in and had to yell to everybody, and well, he told them to shut the f up and let her talk. And so Killer Mike was the only person who had like a straight mind there. And of course Ti was like he thinks that just because he would like he made them like good hits off of his, and he's famous, that he had like he was like smarter than her. And just because someone like just richer than like somebody, like that does not mean like you're like the most intelligent person on the planet. You are not. Which kind of explains why that the same thing happened to Cardi B. So even if you're trying to like trying to have like a debate with somebody, and you just like making like race bait and stuff, and like oh, we are all victims and such, and like you're just being completely stupid, and like these facts are like, oh, I'm hurt because of these facts. Like, well, T, I should know already. Facts don't care about your feelings. Which is after watching that interview was the second reason why I boycotted T.I.'s interview, because which brings me to the theme of this video. Celebrities should not be like using their like social media platforms to go political on stuff, and they should not like be like supporting a certain group, because it can just like make their career look completely bad. So like Black Lives Matter. So Snoop Dogg, though they were speaking against Black Lives Matter, but it was proven weeks later that by Brandon Tatum and Brian Logan, that Snoop Dogg uploaded something on Instagram called the Coon Bunch, and the list of like black people who are like speaking out against Black Lives Matter. and Candace Owens was like on like one of the people on that list. And Anthony Brian Logan was like, I'm surprised I didn't make it on the list. So just because someone doesn't have the same ideals as you, they're just labeling these people as bad people, and they're like trying to like degrade these people. That's how I see it. And there are some other people like also like joined in on the Black Lives Matter supporting thing, and you probably know them. Justin Timberlake has done it. I'm not so sure if Royce the 5'9" did it. He might have. You might have to check again. And there's several other artists that who have done it, and even like idols like Michelle Obama, Oprah, have also joined in against no, against people who are like do not support Black Lives Matter, who are black. So, and another new person who does also joined the Black Lives Matter support movement was Adam Levine of Maroon 5. And then someone, one of the fans warned him, don't go political. But you know, and also Cedric the Entertainer, and a whole bunch of other like black people, artists and celebs also joined the movement. So using their platform, social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook for like Black Lives Matter content, and so if someone did that for the LGBT, like, so I wouldn't hold it against them, but no, so it's not good to encourage other people to be gay or lesbian or transgender and such, but it's, if people made that decision as soon as they became adults, okay, I am fine with that. Or maybe they're like, and there are some other exceptions that would probably allow. Just switching your gender and realizing how tough it is to be the other gender is, yeah. We'll see. But also the companies like EA Sports, Activision, Discord have all mentioned the Black Lives Matter advertisements in some games, and also off screen side screen advertisements, and also companies like Cartoon Network, they are like they as soon as they advertise Black Lives Matter using several characters from regular show, Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Craig of the Creek, and a whole bunch of other shows. And some of those characters aren't even black, or like they're not even human. And the thing is, like, unfortunately, so they're like so kids who like have a phone, then like they'll follow their favorite artists, their favorite celebrities, so social media networks, so like, or like, you know, media companies that they like. And but if these people or these companies are like like advertising this Black Lives Matter stuff, they obviously don't know who's watching. And if people are like still like idolizing like people who actually like were peaceful protesters, and but they're like they right in present now in this year, they're like actually like going like all violent, like vandalizing places, looting, shooting, burning places, cutting the heads off statues. And these people are like actually like supporting, and these famous people are actually, and the media is actually supporting these criminals. Just to name a few again, yet again: George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Jacob Blake, Dion K, and several other like black people that who are like technically deemed or actually criminals because they you know, they were like either like using or having carrying or like in possession of drugs, weapons, firearms, or in accomplice to somebody. They threatened to shoot somebody, they hurt somebody with a weapon. Or better, they're even transporting it over the border. Because man, several people, the RCMP officers in Canada have reported several people who have been sneaking drugs and illegal firearms over from the U.S. border to Canada, and these have all been detained. So just because, oh, you're like famous, oh, you make lots of money, does not make you a respectable person. If you have bad behavior, if you don't let someone speak, especially if you're in an interview, that you had your time to talk, you don't interrupt anybody, you don't talk over anybody, you don't cut them off. Joe Budden, T.I., and the DJ academics should know about this already. Or someone should have to listen to what Killer Mike said. Shut the fuck up and let them talk. So basically, if you're a famous person and like, so you are here to entertain. You're not here to be all political and like say oh like you're this you don't have the agenda as the same agenda as us. You're a bad person. And 2020 has brought out the worst in people. Like, this year you're always expecting the worst from people, and it's yeah. So respect what like people have to say, but like you could have your own thoughts and about a certain something, but you do not have the right to like mute or cut out someone else. Some people don't even deserve a career.